All right, we're on.
Yep.
Hello from the Funny Farm Rescue and Sanctuary. Brooke is coming out. We are starting in my house today because we have some newcomers. Well, first of all, everybody wants to see Hope as usual. I'm Lori Zaleski, owner of the Funny Farm Rescue and Sanctuary located in Mays Landing, New Jersey, a half an hour from Atlantic City. For those who have not been here, we have over 600 rescued animals. We have no paid people. Everybody is a volunteer. And there are quite a few animals in my house. So I wanted to show you guys Hope. She is the kitten that was found on the side of the road, and she was blind because her eyes were so badly infected, and she was sitting next to her mother who had gotten hit by a car, and she was crying. Somebody did find her and brought her to me. I was not a happy camper. It was Memorial Day, but when I saw her, I fell in love, and she had immediately had a flea bath, and I took her to the vets. We worked on her eyes. They said she most likely would be blind, and here she is today. She can at least see out of at least one eye. The other eye, we think she sees shadows, so as tests go, we will find out more. But you can see her name was Hope because I was hoping every minute that she was going to stay alive. I had to stay up with her all night and give her a little tiny bit of food because she was starving to death. And as you can see, she is a pretty heavy girl, and she runs around the funny farm with all 8 dogs, a bunch of Adele the chicken, and today we have 2 newcomers. So this is baby Dolly. She was found at Tractor Supply by one of the workers there, and she was getting picked on. And let the dogs let you see them, she was getting picked on by the other chickens. Once a chicken if it gets picked on and there is a blood spot or another spot, all the other chickens pick on them and will kill them. So Tractor Supply recognized that, brought us the baby chicken. So here she was by herself. She's the only baby that I have, baby Dolly. And next I received it was surrendered to me, this Polish hen. Her name is JJ, and JJ and Dolly are best friends. And you can see the dogs have all welcomed them along with the cats. You can see the kittens here. Where is my calico kitten? So some of these kittens, oh, here she is. Here's the calico kitten. They are available for adoption. She's a sweetie pie. But you can see they get along with the baby chicken. So we're one big happy family here. Back to JJ. She was getting picked on by, okay, dogs, let everybody come in and see. She was getting picked on by some of her other family members because she looked like she had a spinal. She couldn't lift her head. So they all knew that something had happened to her. So, they're trying to strengthen the herd, and they were trying to get rid of her. And the human parents knew enough to bring her here, and she's doing great. She can hold her head up. I had to give her a little haircut. Yes, the chicken had a haircut. They have a big headdress like a mummer. We have one Polish rooster here, and so she's our female Polish chicken. And I had to cut her hair because her head was a little too heavy, and I think that it was hurting her neck. I think she had either
pull her out so we can see her.
Of course, a fracture. Ow! A cat just climbed up my back. Who is on my back? They always want to play. All right, honey.
I'll see if I can help you.
Hold on, girlfriend.
Come here, little kitty.
All right, girlfriend. So, all right. See, she's not used to being held. She's like, I'm a free girl. I don't want to be held. So she had a much bigger headdress, so I had to trim her feathers on her head because I think it was just so hard for her to hold her head up. So now she lives with about 14 kittens, about 10 big cats, and 8 dogs. Actually 9 at the moment because I'm babysitting my brother's dog. But you can see they all get along. They all know about Adele, and they know Adele rules the roost, so they are not messing with these chickens. And even the baby, people are like, oh my gosh, are you worried about baby Dolly with them? And you can see Farley, you want to clean the butt? Clean the butt? Good boy. You going to give it kisses? Give it kisses. Oh, good boy, Tuck Tuck. You're a good boy. So they all know that these are brothers, or these are two sisters now. And Puppy really wants to play with them. They're not used to stuffed animals that move, so I have to be careful with him. So I just wanted to show you some of the newcomers that came in and give you a little information that if you do have a chicken that, you can see he runs right over, that is injured, you should separate them because they can be hurt or kill them. So, Puppy, be good. Be good, Puppy. He's like, well, she walks on me. All right, Gunner's a good boy. Yes, he is. And Barley's a good boy. Give kisses. Give kisses. So a lot of people ask me, how do I acclimate my animals? This is how I do it. I sit down with them. I get down at their level. I say, nice chickie. Nice chickie. Be nice. This is not your squeaky toy. This is your sister, right? And I say, gotta help. Okay. I do not leave them alone in the house. When I go out, I do put them in their own room, but while they are under my supervision, I let them all be together. That does not go for Adele. Adele is alone with the dogs all the time, and I never worry about her because she is completely used to the dogs. They all know that she is in charge, and nobody's going to give her any backlip. So, okay, so we're going to go outside. I'm going to give the chickens to Miss Kimmy to put them back in their room while we go out.
Wait. Don't go too far.
All right, I won't go too far. Okay, that's Violet. Yes. Okay, if it comes, we can't see it. That's the pigeon that lives in my kitchen. People are like, do you know there's a chicken in your kitchen? And I say, yes, there is also two other chickens, and a pigeon, and Adele. I don't know where Adele is at the moment. Is she in there?
Watch out for the fire, bud.
Okay, let's put them in my bathroom. Just throw them in there. How about that? Just throw him in. Just leave him. Okay, Brooklyn. She is, Tucker, you're on my wire too, honey.
Did you show the calico? You did, right?
I did show the calico. And I believe this one has a home today, this little man. So we, there's Nikki.
Debbie Carr wants to know if you ever put these animals outside when they grow up. Like the chickens. The chickens,
we don't have any plans to put them outside at the moment because they're super frail. Eventually, those two may have their own outside area, but they absolutely love being in the house right now. Okay. They have been using Adele's feeder station, and you can see the cat is laying in it. This is Arnie, named after one of my FAA colleagues, Arnie. He has donated quite a bit to us during the COVID, so we could keep operations going, along with a lot of other people. Thank you for that. But this is Arnie. So this is really a boot tray that we have transformed this into a feeding station for Adele. So it has all her different seeds. You can see we feed her mealworms. We feed her crumbles. We do Are you helping me, Arnie?
And Arnie cat hair.
Arnie cat hair. For some reason, it must feel good like sand, and the cats tend to lay and sleep in it. If Adele comes over, they will be getting out because she'll peck them and say, out of my food dish. So it's used for a lot of different purposes.
Make sure to say where people are from.
Yes,
and
please.
Trevor wants to know if he can see Caesar.
All right, Caesar's right here. Trevor just asked to see Caesar.
Yeah.
Everybody says, Caesar looks like he's getting fat. He's really not fat. His hair is growing.
Yeah.
So he needs to have another trip to, actually the doggy groomer comes to us and we get him groomed here. So he is not out of our sight ever. And then we have Brooklyn. She's the naughty golden. Farley.
She looks like an angel.
She is an angel with kids. She's lovely, but she is naughty with stealing clothes, food. She takes all my clothing outside. Farley, the funny farm manager, he's a very well behaved boy. And I'm not sure, I'm thinking about grooming him for the first time this year. He looks really, really fat and he is a little chunky. However, he has a lot of hair. And I just have heard different things. So if anybody wants to give me an insight.
Blanket for Hope and
Yep.
Jello?
Somebody made this for Hope and Jello. The baby chickens have been using it. They were sleeping on it earlier. And also the kittens as well. We have Gunner. He's our newest addition. He was unwanted by his family anymore. And he has one ear that won't go up. He has had nerve damage. Okay, Brooke, I know. I'm touching another dog. I know. And so that's how come Gunner came here. Here's Rocky. Let's show Rocky.
Okay, because Rocky doesn't get
to come out very often. Come here, Rocky. So he is a good boy. He is just has had some kid issues. He doesn't love children. So he is not outside when it's visiting day. So a lot of you do not get to see him. And he's getting so much better. We think he's okay, but I can't really trust him 100%. And safety first. Outside, speaking of safety with this COVID, everybody will be wearing masks. The governor is making us. I know it's hot. So if you come, just be prepared for that. If you're visiting for the first time, you should sign an online waiver at funnyfarmrescue.org. Left-hand side of the page, it'll say visit waiver form. Fill that out and hit submit. You don't have to print anything. You can do it from your phone or your computer, whatever's good. He wants a butt rub. We all want butt rubs. Oh, Tucker is dying to go out because he knows Mommy's going to be going out. We're going to go see our new shearing guys, Cooper, Queenie, Bonnie, and Clyde. We have 3 llamas and an alpaca, and they finally got sheared. I spoke last Sunday about looking for shearers. Somebody had to come up from Maryland. So Miss Ann and Bryn came up and sheared all of our guys for us, our guys and gals, and they are so much better. I have to leave the dogs in when we're going to visit because they will be playing too much and we won't be able to see them up close and personal. So as soon as we look at them, we'll let them out.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go. So Kim, you're good to go right back there?
Good to go.
Now, this is like a covert operation. We have to sneak out and all the dogs know. You have to stay.
Why don't I go first?
Okay, Matt, that's a good idea.
Yeah, okay.
So stay out.
All right.
All right, so we have to sneak out the back door. And we have the front door dead bolted because Brooklyn. See, one snuck out.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh, Brooklyn. Come here. Come here, you little stinker butt. I know.
You're barking already.
Bye-bye. Okay. Oh, boy.
Oh, no. Look at the window.
So you can see they get very, very upset. So how many of you have to sneak out to leave their animals? Everyone, right? So some of the animals maybe are like, oh, good, go to work. I need a break. Tucker's the biggest mommy's boy ever. If he doesn't get enough of me, I'm afraid when I have to go back to work and actually go to an office, he's going to have a really hard time. All right, so let's look at the geese. This is my front yard. This is only a few of them. Every morning I wake up and there's like 3 times as many in the front yard. It looks like you can see we have a lot of Canada geese, which you are not allowed to have. Hey! Kim! Oh, no. This is our helper helping us who can't keep the dogs in.
We better get them back in.
All right, we have to get them back. All right. Too bad we can't fire our volunteers because she would be fired. So let's go back to the back. So this is live video. We have to go back in. Let's go. Come on, puppies. Let's go in. We're coming in. We're coming in. We're coming in. We're coming in.
Am I coming in too?
Come on. Come on. Come on. Who else is? Brooklyn is outside.
Hey, Brooke.
Hang on. We have to wait for Brooke to come in. All right. Matt's calling Brooke. So let's see if we can get them in. Okay, Matt. Is she coming? Okay, here comes Brooke. Brookie, come in. All right, Kim is outside.
Say no,
All right.
puppy.
Oh, shoot.
Come here, puppy.
All right, now I'm snorting.
Wait, don't let them out.
I won't. Come here. All right, it wasn't supposed to go like this. Everyone,
8 dogs.
get in. Get in. Get in. Oh, no.
Somebody's okay.
Shush. Okay, let's try this again. So Kim is out now, so we're good.
Okay.
So the dogs will bark for a minute, and we will let them out as soon as we are finished with the alpacas and the alpaca.
So you want to
and
see Jello?
Jello.
Jello?
Okay, so Matt's telling me we have to go see Jello. So Jello has been in Chucky's area, and she did learn to swim. During critter camp, she learned to swim. We put her in the pool with the kids. The area has grown. I kept saying we're not taking in any more ducks. Uh-oh, their water's running.
Yep, someone can turn it off.
Okay, we'll have somebody turn off. Kid, can you turn off the hose, please? Okay, sorry if I scream.
One's Jello now.
So Jello is the one with the wing that's kind of sticking out with the little bit of blue.
Look how big she is.
So we think it's a female, but now she's getting some coloring. So I'm not 100% sure. Usually the girls are the more brown, so that could be a boy, and we thought it was a mallard. It does not look like a mallard anymore 100%, so it might be a rowan. I have to find that out. So you can see these, we have two Indian runners. They are the ducks that stand straight up, and that's the ones that are closest to us. When they walk around, they look like they're very proud walkers. And then the other two that are brown and white look very similar. They're Pekins. They're Pekin ducks, where a lot of people have been getting them from Tractor Supply. And then they were like, oh, now they're big and they poop a lot, so maybe the Funny Farm will take them. However, about 150 people have all thought the same thing, so now we are inundated. This is only one little tiny area. That we have just a couple of ducks, and they're extra special because they were in a house, so they're all very, very friendly. And
They all like the hose on.
they love their little hose on. So they're getting some more rain, like we need more water in the ground right now. Okay, let's walk over.
Okay. So we got a new phone, and everything's working.
Okay, so Matt wants me to tell you all, he has a new phone, so we won't be having our technical difficulties.
Thanks to AppleCare.
Our only technical difficulties that we've been having is trying to keep the dogs in the house. Oh, here's all the peacocks greeting some visitors. And we will be having everybody wear their masks, right? Good girlfriend, thank you. So we have our white peacock, which is Ricky. I talk about him often. And then the regular blue peacocks. They're pretty young. They are shedding their feathers right now, so they look kind of funky because they don't have the big, beautiful, long feathers, but they will grow them back. Here is Cooper. That is the big, fluffy alpaca that you normally see, that is all black, and he looks like a poodle now. So this is what it looks like when they are shaved. They need to be sheared every year because they are so insulated and they get so hot, and that's what we have to do. It was really hard getting people to come during COVID, so we finally found a shearer from Maryland that is now putting us on their list, so she's going to come every single year, and they did a great, terrific job for us.
Cooper looks great, says Debbie.
Cooper looks great. Thank you, Debbie. Yeah,
Our farm sells t-shirts.
our farm does sell t-shirts. I am such a loser. We've been trying to get an online store, but I am still working at the FAA. Wait, I was going to tell you. Okay, here's somebody else wants attention. So a lot of people ask me, what's the story? How come you have one alpaca? So for those who don't know, I'm a private pilot. Aviation's in my blood, as well as the farm and animals. So they're my two passions, is flying and critters. So I was flying one day, and somebody on the radio, they were calling me, hey, farm girl. Sometimes we can talk to each other. And another woman came on and said, are you really a farm girl? And I'm like, well, I have a farm. It was way before I was a rescue. And they said, will you take 2 alpacas? And I'm like, what's an alpaca? I didn't even know what an alpaca was back then. It was over 15 years ago. She said that they had curly tails and they were used for breeding. And because they were defective, they were going to be euthanized. And she didn't want that to happen. However, that was their livelihood, and that's just what they did. So I said, of course, I will take them. So I went and picked them up. I had Cooper and Quinny. Quinny had since passed. He had leg issues as a baby. So he always had some kind of a little limp, but they both had curly tails, so they were not able to breed them. So I got them in. Cooper, you couldn't touch. He wouldn't come up to you like he just did. He would never take a snack until about 4 years ago. So he's finally comfortable in realizing we're not going to use him for any experiments or do anything harmful to him, except for maybe shear him. He wasn't at first, was not too keen on it, but he was a good sport. Afterwards, he ran around and had so much fun that I think he realized we were helping him. Oh, here's Lorenzo the llama. He's the other one. So we will let Cooper out Hey, Dawn, if you want to let Cooper out, if you can, you're welcome to. This is our volunteer, Dawn, who has pulled Lorenzo. And I know a lot of you know Lorenzo as well. All right, let me stay away from you. Thank you, girlfriend. Lorenzo, look, he's like, hello. He's like, Dawn, Lorenzo. He's camera shy, apparently.
I guess.
Hi, how are you? Lorenzo. Okay, he loves bananas. And okay, Annalise, do you want to give our buddy his bananas, because he will not come near me since I helped shear him. That's yeah, he's mad at Mom right now. He usually loves Mom, but like I said this past week, we did shear him. Let's go see Bonnie and Clyde. The other important there's Mr. Hollywood and Cowboy. So we have air conditioning boy, but I think we'll let him out. If he gets he might have to go back in. Last week he bucked the kid. Sorry, I said, did you sign a waiver? Right. This is why we have everybody sign waivers. He at least doesn't have horns. Yeah, but he loves to play with the other goats. He's the one who had the operation, and he pee-pees like a girl now, even though it's a boy, because he was fed too many rich things and some corn when he was left at a foreclosed property. So the woman was trying to help but didn't understand what he was supposed to be fed. Turkey, and he wants to give them a kiss. So we had critter camp this week, and she said, Chad bit me, and I said, he didn't bite you. He gave you a kiss. He just has hard lips, as Matt always says. So he is, you can give him a kiss. He loves people. All right, you want to go? He's like, this is their beard. This is how you can tell. This is a boy. He is not very old. See how short his beard is? The older they get, the longer they get. Mwah. All right, go ahead.
The beard grows out of his chest.
The beard grows out of his chest. I know, very strange. But he's a beautiful domesticated turkey. Okay, wait, I have to get my wire. We're on our way. I know we keep getting stopped along the way. Oh, I want to show them, I forgot his name. Our Polish rooster's name.
Wasn't it Skittle?
No, what's the Polish? I had a brain fart, sorry. No, he's had so many names because people said he's like the guy from Kiss. Matt, you're gonna have to come over so you can see him up close. Hopefully, he is not a nice boy sometimes. He is protective of his girlfriend. See his hairdress? So he's telling you. So see how the long hair, it looks like hair, but they're really feathers. And this is a silky chicken. Oh, you showing off up here? So he's like, I'm going to attack you possibly. So again, we have 90 roosters here, and they can get aggressive because there's too much testosterone. If we could fix the roosters, I would. Those and ducks. The boys are out of hand. So
especially during mating season.
Mating season is really, really bad. So you'll see a lot of chicken, like a chicken with a rooster. We try and separate them out so they all have a nice life, but they're in sometimes some smaller areas. Okay. Schnitzel, that's his name, Schnitzel. Oh, there's our Jethro, our donkey. Okay, I'm having a loss for words today. Donkey, and he is about 50 years old, and he's visiting this young lady, and he is a sweetheart. Anybody can walk right up to him. He won't kick. He won't bite. You can pat him. Want to pat him? Show everybody how you can pat him. How he's so sweet. I've had little kids give him little kisses on the nose. He just loves people. He's another one. Mwah. See that? Mwah. Most animals, I would tell you, don't kiss them because I know a lady that lost her nose from a horse, but he is an absolute doll baby. So he is 50 and he has the big butt. We always say he has Kardashian butt implants, and that's why his butt is so big. They're fat pockets. And he also has fat pockets, like all of us, especially during this time. And they probably won't go away because he's so old. Either with, old people, old animals, they either get real frail or they get fat, like the fat pockets, and he's doing it that way. Okay, come on in. We're in the mini donkey pen. You want me to let you out? Okay. Our volunteers bringing out some manure. Thank you. We have our pooper scoopers every time we are open. We have them on a daily basis too. If you want to volunteer, You can just show up on a Tuesday or Sunday. Actually, send us an email because we are getting quite a few new volunteers. Send us an email, and you can pretty much come between 8 and 4. You have to sign our waiver, and then we have to have you sign in as a volunteer so we can keep track of your hours if you need to use them for something, for school or community service, or if you just want to keep track. If not, we just always have you sign in so we know who is here. Okay, so these are our miniature horses. That's Silver and that's Flash. These are 2 stallions. Every of the large mammals are fixed. However, he is not and he is not. They both, everybody said you can't put 2 stallions together. They are the best of friends. I don't know what happened, but they just absolutely love each other. All right. So I'm not going to disturb Bonnie because she's laying nice underneath. Uh-oh, she's picking up her head. She's like, they might come and catch me. So that's, oh, I'm sorry. Look, I can't tell them apart anymore. I know. Wait, yeah. Half and half.
Bonnie has a white face.
That's Bonnie, correct. And if you look, Clyde is half and half. See, we are a mixed race here. Everybody has a little bit of something. They don't care if you're a chicken or a rooster, an alpaca, a donkey. Everybody gets along at the funny farm. Yep. But you can see now that his fiber is gone. They call it fiber because a lot of people will spin their fur, which is called fiber, and then they make things out of them. It is so much nicer to work with than wool because it's not as dirty normally. They have lanolin, which is really good for your hands, and they put it in lotion. That's what they have in sheep. They don't have it in their fur, so it's a lot easier to clean. But the other reason for shearing is you can really get down and see what's going on underneath their fur. They said that he is a good weight. They think that they are much older. We didn't have any information on Bonnie and Clyde when they came in. They're pretty skittish. They're not like Lorenzo. Although today Lorenzo's like, I don't think I want any of you today. But he's definitely the friendlier of the 2. Bonnie doesn't normally want anything to do with anyone. She is on a very strict diet, but it's to fatten her up. It is to give her extra food and extra supplements. Because once we sheared her, we realized that Clyde was eating most of her food because we weren't separating them. We would see her eating, and then she would get pushed away by Clyde.
You have to observe what they're doing.
Yes, you have to watch your animals, and then when you shear them, you can really see, that she is a little thin. So they told us what we should be putting in her diet to help give her some more nutrients and some vitamins, and then also some extra feed, and we will be separating them when we feed them. She did find a beautiful shady spot here at the farm. It is, like I said, very humid today. I wanted to wear shorts, but I didn't want to freak you all out. I know. So I always try and wear pants just because you never know what you're going to get into. There's always some kind of an issue if you have to climb in or... Turkey attack. Somebody, Matt just said, turkey attack. The one turkey does not like Matt at all, and he goes after him no matter
It's the only
what.
animal on the whole farm.
The animal, no, that's not true. Animals, animals, no.
Yeah, I guess.
No, the animals definitely have their favorite people. They have some of their favorite volunteers. A lot of it is food motivated, but some of it is love. I was talking about Angel and Steven, the 2 geese that we tried helping Angel. She was disabled, and all the people tried to give her lots of love, and what it took was the love of another goose. And now she walks, runs around the farm with him. We may see him and her soon. And the same thing goes for the 2 chickens I showed you today. I think the one chicken thinks that I'm just looking to make sure the girls are okay. Are they trying to get you? All right, we have a swan and some geese that are you okay?
Funny farm emergency.
All right, some of the geese, I'm just going to show you with these young ladies. Some of the geese. You were? Well, we're on live right now. So the geese sometimes will go after your children. But that's okay. The geese need something to do, so just help out your kids, pick them up and run if you have to. But the geese are mostly friendly. The worst thing that happens to you is you could get a little nip. Again, it's a little kiss, but it will leave a little bruise. So the kisses are a little too hard for your kids. So just if some of the geese start going...
Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, Romeo and Juliet, yes.
Yeah, there's one. I don't know.
Oh, there's also, not to be confused with Romeo and Juliet, the geese. Is that who you're talking about? You're talking about the swans.
The swans.
We have swans that are named Romeo and Juliet because they came with their names. We also have geese that came with Romeo and Juliet. And Juliet is still at the back. Uh-oh. He likes you apparently too much. Okay. This is the turkey that loves people. All right, Chad. Move it along.
Move it along.
Move it along, Chad. And this is our girl turkey, our female. She's a little rough looking. She had too many males, so now she's free to go wherever she needs to, and she can fly up away from them. And we're trying to get her back to health here. All right. Muscovy duck, they're the ones that they go, uh-oh. Matt's starting to walk a little faster. I think Chad's coming after him. For some reason, that's, okay, Barry White's the one that doesn't like Matt, but maybe he talked to Chad and told him. Okay, let's go and see. Where's Lorenzo?
Right there.
Lorenzo. Lorenzo! I'm not going to get you, I promise. I just want to show you. Hi, big boy. All right, now I don't even have them. Oh, boy. All right, he's out. So you can see he's a lot more thin. They kept his fur on his neck, even though they call it fiber, because they said it will come out naturally. We are to brush him, and it also helps protect them from the flies. So around their feet, they don't want an alpaca. They leave the feet hair a little bit long, the fiber there, because it'll protect them from the flies. You want another kiss? Is that what you want? So donkeys can have the nicest personalities. They are, I think, one of my most favorite animals because each one has such a different personality, but they're always very sweet. When your kids are feeding, always have an open hand, but they take it like ever so lightly with their lips. They kiss and take their food very, very lightly. Where a horse, it will use their teeth. A cow will use his tongue, and then he pulls the food in. So that is a little messy. It's a slobbery kind of feeding, but this one doesn't get you slobbery and really, really, really sweet. Taking the food, right, honey? He says, am I on TV?
Mm-hmm. He likes to be on TV.
Okay, I could sit with him all day. We also have a couple bunnies. These are not just to show you, these are not the best pens for them. The wire is not great. They have wood inside. We are transforming this pen for them, these two pens. The bunnies are usually here pretty temporarily because they tend to get adopted quickly. A lot of them will be in the house. They can be litter box trained, and they're very, very sweet. I have this one, and then we have a lop-eared bunny, which is, you know, they have ears like a dog where they flop down.
Betty McNulty said that Jethro's giving turkeys to everyone who's watching.
Oh, yes. Jethro's always quite the lover. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Girlfriend, will you stand right there and just make sure the bunny, let's see. Come here, sweetie pie. Come here, honey.
You got him?
Yeah, I do. All right. Look at this little lover. So there were 3 brothers and sisters, and this is our one that's left. It's like a champagne color, and they're very, very sweet, really good,
soft.
Very soft. Bunnies are work just like the rest of the animals. Their nails need to be trimmed. You have to feed them certain things because their teeth have to be trimmed as well. And it's not us trimming them, it would be them chomping down on some wood things. Do not feed carrots, too much sugar. It's not like Bugs Bunny, that is a myth. They are to have Timothy hay and hay pellets and bunny pellets. You can give them a snack once in a while. You can look up on the internet what they like, but they are work. They don't poop as bad as ducks. They're little pebbles, kind of like a goat. So the cleanup is much better, and your kids may do it a little easier when it's not such a smelly mess.
Lauren wants to know where Josie is.
Josie. She's running around. She's the one dog that's out.
I think they're all in the house, aren't they?
No, Josie is out. I saw Josie before.
Oh, okay. There's Canyon.
We have Canyon, the one-eyed horse. What do you think? Should we let Canyon out and give...
Sure.
Let's let Canyon out. Our gate is open. However, we let a lot of the animals loose and they don't leave. Even when the shearer was here, they said, "Did you see Lorenzo? He's loose, the llama." And I heard them speaking, and they said, excuse you, I don't have a snack, and I'm trying to let you out. So he's our one-eyed horse. Show them your eye. Okay, maybe not. All right, he was like, I want to get out. Uh-oh, Matt, we have to excuse you, he just opened the gate himself. So he wants to go.
With Billy, or?
Yeah, we can go. Actually, I was going to say Fiona.
Fiona?
We'll go see Fiona. Oh, here's Miss Anna. Let's show Anna. She's going to come over now. She was rolling. You can see her beautiful new pink halter, hot pink. We used to say you could see it in the dark. She is our racehorse that we recently got in. Really having a hard time keeping weight on her. They are so used to running. They have a very high protein diet. We never fed alfalfa to our horses except her. She eats about 20 pounds a day of it. She has to be fed 3 times a day. So we're, again, trying to give her some more weight. She's a beautiful girl and a sweet girl. So we're trying to teach her about treats. She doesn't really know about treats.
She's learning.
So she's learning, and now that Bossy Canyon is out of there, she'll come up and maybe try and get some. She won't fight for her food. So let's go see Fiona. She is a fan.
Please tell Canyon that Rob and Kate Ritter say hi.
Okay, Robin and Kate Ritter, we're going to tell Canyon that you said hi. Here's Josie. Somebody was asking about Josie. And you can see, Josie, go ahead. We don't want to scare Fiona. This is the goat I was telling you about where her ears were bitten off by a dog. So one is a little bit more of a stump. She was an alpine goat like Hollywood, so her ears were this long. This one, we named her Fiona because she gets a little feisty and she is ancient. Goats don't usually live this old. I've had her for about 17 years. I didn't think a goat could live that long, but the vet said she's pretty frail. She does like that.
Spot.
I do have the spot. She has, you can see the actual bite marks from her ear.
Yeah.
She likes my dogs, but doesn't tolerate them if they get up in her grill. She's like, back off.
Her grill.
I think, look, yeah, her teeth are a little bit to be desired. She's in desperate need for a dentist, but at this old age, we are not. As long as she can eat and she's keeping enough weight on, we're going to just let her go. We don't want to torture them at the end of their life. We want to help them if we can, and the vets all think that, what we're doing is good. Yeah, she needs some Invisaligns. Very pretty girl. So she is on the side of thin. Not on the side, she is very thin. She's like the old people that get really frail. Yeah. Her feet are starting to turn in. She's not walking around enough to get her feet down, so I'm trimming her feet every week to try and keep her front feet especially, because she lays down so much now. So that's Miss Fiona.
You want to tell Kim to let the dogs out?
Okay, Kimmy, can you let the dogs out, please? All right, we'll let the rest of the dogs out.
This will be fun.
We were supposed to let them out earlier.
Oh, Puppy's out. How did he get out?
Puppy's out? Okay. How did Puppy get out? I'm wondering.
Ooh, hi.
Maybe he snuck out and said, I'm going to be really good.
All right, now let's see this avalanche of dogs.
All right. In the meantime, I'll hold Puppy. Say Puppy and Josie were out because they were being good. Puppy was also, somebody threw Puppy out of their house. A neighbor took him in, but she wasn't really interested in having a dog, and she said she tried to contact a bunch of other places. Up here they all come. Let's see where they go. So we wound up taking him in. And remember I told you, Tucker, hold on, you guys are on the... So remember I told you about Brookie stealing things? Puppy just stole it back. What is that, Brooke? So she brought out one of the puppy pads that was with one of the animals, I think the kittens. He stole it from their house. Brooklyn, what is this?
So today we're open till 4.
I didn't do it, Mom.
Today we are open till 4. It is our open day, Tuesdays and Sundays from 8 to 4. If anybody is interested in coming, can you throw that away from me, sweetie pie?
Okay,
Who
throw it
let
away.
the dogs
Grab
out?
it. Throw it away.
It's just an old puppy pad. Yeah, who let the dogs out? That was Kim who let the dogs out.
Over there.
Twice.
Snack bar?
We do have a snack bar. We are asking everybody to wear their masks today since this governor's orders. I know it's hot. It's up to 84. I think it's the same. We have a store that you can feed the animals. You can buy little buckets of feed, or you can buy shirts, mugs, hats, all different. We have hand sanitizer. We do have our hand washing stations like this one. Come here, Matt. We have our hand washing stations. This is a single, but we have doubles. And you could use your foot pedal so you don't have to touch anything. And then we have our soap. Uh-oh, somebody's on my cord. Okay. So we're all set up for you guys. So if you want to come out, we would love to see you.
And now you're going to put your mask back on, right?
I have to go in and get my mask.
Yeah.
I know we all hate it.
It's only because we can't hear you with it on.
Yeah, when I speak, sometimes when the dogs can't hear me either, like, Mom, I can't hear you yelling at me, I have to pull it down and go, Tucker! And then he, sure enough, will stop doing whatever he's not supposed to be doing. Are there any other questions before we go?
I see Rob. Please give Robin a big hug from me, from Bridget.
Bridget? Bridget?
Yeah.
Bridget will give Robin a hug, but not me. Hello.
That's nice.
You're going to be in trouble.
As always, thank you for the tour. And
if anybody wants to see anything special, you can write to us on this one, and we're going to, we're going around. There's a lot of animals here. There's always somebody to highlight. But if somebody is asking a specific question about a specific animal and they want to see something, you can mention it to us, and then we'll put it in our next live video.
Okay, Jan says, where are you located?
Jan, we are located in Mays Landing. It's 6908 Railroad Boulevard in Mays Landing, New Jersey. We're a half an hour from Atlantic City, so we're south. We are not North Jersey. That's a mess. No, nothing against North Jerseyans, but it's a mess up there. We are spread out down here. There's plenty of parking. You can come in onto the farm and park. You don't have to park outside. It is free of admission. We are 100% volunteer run, 100% of any donations. If you decide you want to give us something or buy something, it will go to the animals.
So Bridget says she wants to jump through the phone and hug you too.
Okay, thank you, Bridget, for the hugs. And I am so excited that we are open again. It was slow going. I think a lot of people are still fearful. We're going to be as safe as we possibly can to keep your whole family safe. And cannot wait to see you all.
One last question.
One last question.
A parrot there.
We do have a parrot. Do we want to try and see her?
No.
All right. So
we'll get her next time.
So we have shown Nikki once. Sometimes when you're out here, you can hear her screaming. When I go on camera to say, "Hey, Nikki, say hello," she doesn't say a word. If I'm on the phone on a Zoom call for work, she does not stop. So it is always interesting with a parrot. They can live to be 90 years old, so be very, very wise in your decision if you're going to get a bird like that. You have to will it to other family members who you don't like. No, you can will it to other family members, or make sure that somebody is willing to take care of them. That's how we've had 2 or 3 surrenders, and we've found some homes, and we keep up with them. One, Nikki did find a home. Guess what? She came back. So now I think she's a permanent resident at the Funny Farm. We all love her, but she can be naughty.
Cindy wants to know if we can feed Tucker on the next video.
All right, that's a great idea. Cindy's asking to feed Tucker on the next video, and we've been saying that we were going to do that again because that was our very first live video, was feeding Tucker. So we will feed Tucker on the next video.
Do we have any German Shepherds?
We do not. So we are really not a dog rescue. A lot of people say, "Hey, are these dogs up for adoption?" In the beginning, when I first get a dog in, they're up for adoption. If they're here for more than 3 weeks, it's hard because they all make relationships and friendships with each other. And I say, well, if you take that dog, you have to take 2 others and 2 chickens and a rooster, or whatever, whoever they get along with and their best friends are. So the dogs live in my house. We don't have them separated like most places have kennels. The kennel is my house. And it does look like it sometimes. I do have somebody help me clean once a week because it sure as heck needs it. Anyway.
Debbie says thank you again for doing these live videos and sharing it with people from all over the world.
Well, thank you guys all for tuning in. And again, let us know where you're from, even if you just say hello from Alaska. I don't think we've had Alaska yet, but we're trying. So if you know anybody in Alaska, tell them we want to see hello from Alaska.
They're stuck in a snowbank.
They're stuck in a snowbank.
With the bears.
Okay. Thank you again for watching, and we hope to see you all next week. We're going to keep these going as long as we possibly can. Thanks again. Have a great day.